Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Scott back with another video, and we're back with some more tea. Y'all know I'm drinking that good detox tea. Listen, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do so down below. Make sure you guys hit that notification button so that you can be clued into when we drop all the new content right here on this channel. And if you don't want to hit the notification bell button, sign up for my texting community so that you guys can be informed of exactly when I drop new content. I mean, I'm on that phone like this. I'm hitting those buttons like this, texting y'all, letting y'all know that a new video just dropped. You know what I'm saying? Today, we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the Real Housewives of New York. We got some tea on both of those situations, so let's get down into it. Now, y'all know I went off on a lengthy diatribe yesterday about that good ERIKA Jayne making those inappropriate comments about Denise's daughters having you-know-whats, okay? Now, here's the thing. I wasn't the only one that felt that way, okay? Word got back to Denise as well, okay? And somebody on Twitter happened to say this, and she is clapping back at that good ERIKA Jayne. And I really want her to handle her at that reunion, but that's a whole nother story. We'll get into that after we talk about what she had to say. Now, a fan tweeted and said, how did the ladies not get that you just didn't want to talk in front of your kids? You're allowed to talk about that stuff and just girlfriends around and not kids. They're acting like you're portraying your mother, Teresa. Kyle's comments were the B word, like Denise is boring, what the F? You know what I'm saying? And then Denise responded, thank you. Definitely don't think I'm Mother Teresa. I was tired when I showed up to Santa Barbara, worked on Bold and the Beautiful that day, and 3 weeks after my surgery. I also felt the energy that they were talking about me before I got there. Didn't feel very welcome. Now, let me tell you how two-faced, okay, that good ERIKA Jayne was with this situation. She not only made that comment 2 seconds before Denise walked in, but as soon as Denise walked in, she welcomed her right on over and was like, ooh, girl, sit right here or whatever. Girl, you are the fakest of the fake on this show. And it is one of the reasons to me why this show is going on the decline. Now, it's not that I dislike ERIKA Jayne. It's that I think that ERIKA Jayne possibly needs her own show. I want to see her own show with her glam and going on tour and stuff like that. But I definitely don't need to see her in this whole mix of housewives because I feel like it's one of the reasons why they come across as being inauthentic, okay? But that's a whole nother story for another day. Anyway, somebody else tweeted this and said, WTF is wrong with ERIKA. Why would she as a child? I can't speak for her, but I was not having, you know, those types of relations when I was 14. I would be offended if any woman said that about my child. She wouldn't have left that room with her teeth intact, okay? I'm here with you on that one, whoever said it. Okay, now Denise responded and said, heard this for the first time while watching the show. Beyond inappropriate. Now, okay, finally, I'm glad she finally got wind of that. And I'm hoping that this Andy Cohen, when we get to this reunion, what I'm gonna need you to do is this. I'm gonna need you to ask, okay? I'm gonna need you to ask ERIKA how she had the gall enough to mention this about Denise's kids when at the mere mention of her son, she breaks down and cries and has a screaming fit at someone. And then I'm gonna need you to follow that up with Lisa Rinna and ask her this, how she would feel about somebody critiquing her parenting with her daughter. Now that's all I'm gonna say about that, okay? Now moving right along, this is where it gets juicy and a little bit convoluted, okay? So BRANDI Glanville inserts herself into this situation, okay? Now, Denise claimed that she had deleted a very racy photo that she shared of her husband Aaron lying in the bed on Instagram because her daughter was offended by it. Well, apparently, BRANDI is saying that she actually deleted the image at the prompting of BRANDI. Okay, get into this. BRANDI said this, Denise Richards, you took that picture of Aaron down because I told you to. Text to prove it. I said it was a very bad idea. Women already knows where he works and you don't need them making appointments. Okay, and then she said the truth seems to begin to come out tonight. Hashtag Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, Denise, I'm gonna need you. If you want us to continue to back you up, you know what I'm saying, with the Mean Girls, I'm gonna need you to be 100% authentic and transparent, okay? That's what I'm gonna need from you. I'm gonna really need for you to go ahead and unveil the truth about these things as they come up, because I can't keep having your back, okay, if you ain't gonna be legit, okay? Now, Brandi Glanville, she may be a lot of things, but if the girl is saying she got receipts, Brandi, go ahead and post them for us so we can really know the tea and what's up. But that's all I got to say about that. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think Brandi really got the tea? Do you think she really got the juice like that? We will just have to wait and see what happens, okay, as the season begins to unfold. Andy Cohen said that the good Brandi will make her appearance around episode 10. And right now, we are heading into episode 8 next week. So be on the lookout for the next 2 to 3 weeks for things to really, really get juicy with that. Now, I want to talk about this good Dorinda medley versus Tinsley situation that's going on the Real Housewives of New York. It has been burning up my spirit how Dorinda has been bullying this girl since the start of the season and calling her basically calling her a prostitute and everything in between. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I love me some Dorinda. I got to tell you, I love me some Dorinda. But I feel like she is dead wrong for coming at Tinsley the way that she is coming at her. But anyway, fans have been giving Dorinda the business, okay? It's been backlash after backlash every time she sits up there and bullies this girl down. Because Tinsley, here's the thing. I'm going to agree with Dorinda on one thing that I'm about to tell you that she said. Tinsley does not make for a good housewife. Let me tell you why. The girl comes across as being very weak, okay? She comes across as being very weak, and that is not what we want in our housewives. But that is no excuse for Dorinda to be dragging her across the Bay Bridge every time she gets a chance to. It is no excuse for that, because she would not have done that with Bethany, okay? She could pull that stuff with everybody else, but she definitely wouldn't have pulled that with Bethany. And had Bethany been there, I guarantee you she would have stopped Dorinda from doing that. But anyway, I digress because Bethany is not there. Let's get into what Dorinda had to say, okay? Now, when asked about whether or not she's talked to Tinsley, she said, no, I haven't, because, you know, we don't have a relationship. Okay, this is what she told the Daily Dish podcast. She said, here's the thing about Tinsley. None of us ever really had a relationship with her, and that's fine. We are really like a sisterhood to other girls. And because of that, we can have arguments together and we can go through stuff and circle back to each other. But I don't think a lot of us felt that kind of deep connection with her. None of us ever really got to know Tinsley on that level, and I don't think the audience did. Now, she does say that she's a great girl, okay, and that she wishes her the best as she moves forward with her new life in Chicago. This is what she wanted to do, get married and live happily ever after. Now, with regards to all the allegations of people calling her a bully, okay, she's also being accused of being jealous of Tinsley's life. I mean, that did seem like it could have been the case, because she's been crying about the old life that she had with Richard, and meanwhile, Tinsley has the life of someone who is buying her things and taking her on trips and stuff like that. I mean, it does look mighty suspicious, Dorinda. But anyway, according to Dorinda, she says this: it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Her wants and needs are far different than mine. I mean, they don't sound that different. Anyway, according to Dorinda, her main issue with Tinsley is that she doesn't showcase her life on Real Housewives of New York in the way that she and her co-stars have done. As she explained, if Tinsley wants to live a private life, she shouldn't be on the show to begin with. That's part of the game. If you want to be private and obscure and not be transparent, you should not be on a reality show. It was unfair not only to me, but to the rest of the girls. She said, conversely, one of the reasons Leah has done so well so fast is because she's not trying to hide anything. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, but she's like, here it is. Let me go ahead and give you this bit of information, Dorinda. If you stopped giving Tinsley so much life, she wouldn't have any life left to breathe on the show. So if you stop bullying this girl and stop being in her business, maybe you could focus a little bit more on getting those repairs done at Bluestone Manor and putting together or ending this relationship with John Medesian. You know what I'm saying? Focus a little bit more energies on your energy on the things that you need to be handling and crying about that, instead of worrying about what Tinsley may or may not be doing with Scott, because it is not your problem. You are not the police. You are not the detective, and you are not the production staff. That is production's fault, and that is production's problem to deal with, whether or not Tinsley is being honest or dishonest on this show. Production should be doing a better job of finding out that information, parsing it out, putting it together in flashbacks, and showing the audience what's happening, versus you being the Tinsley police and trying to tell us what's happening behind the scenes when that is production's job. You need to get off of it and get back onto the train with your Bluestone Manor or whatever else you got going on that you're crying about in every other episode, and get off of Tinsley's back, okay? That is my only thing that I have to say about that, because Dorinda, we love you. We love you. Can you get back to going off on Sonya, who actually deserves it? Because Sonya is a two-faced coward on this show, okay? Yeah, I said it. She's a two-faced coward. But we all live for her drunk antics anyway, but that's a whole nother story. I want to just touch on the episode last night. Now, Leah, girl, you had lost all of your marbles last night, and I was here for it, okay? I was here for it. Now, I wouldn't have wanted to be there because I really honestly can't stand being around a drunk person. That stuff is so annoying to me, and she doing backflips and stuff like that all over the ground and stuff like that. Somebody would have to send her home, okay? But it wasn't my watch. Now, the problem is Ramona, okay? Ramona, why would it have bothered you so much for this girl to have her sister there when she felt like she desperately needed somebody, a friend, anybody? And you know Tinsley is not the best wing woman, okay? Because she ain't got no backbone to help anybody stand up to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? It would not have killed you to allow this girl to come. Hey, you invited Elise, who you claim been around the group, but we ain't seen before, okay? Now, I don't mind Elise at the end of the day because I feel like she likes to get up in there and she likes to, you know, give advice when it's unwarranted. And that's what I need in a housewife. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can insert themselves where it's not wanted, okay? Now, I would complain about it later, but that's just the nature of what we do. Anyway, Ramona, it would not have killed you to do that. And then I'm here for Elise basically getting you together also calmly by saying, listen, if you didn't want the girl to go, you just say so. But the moment that you then said she could and then rescinded it, that was where you messed up. And to keep going back and forth and doing it, and it was just too much, Ramona. Get yourself together. And I can't wait to see this girl throw a piece of ravioli in your face next week. Anyway, that's all I got to say about Real Housewives of New York. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, and y'all know what's up. I'm going to see you in the next video.